Yes people, welcome back to another video. It's been a little while actually since I've filmed a video. I think I said on the last video it's been a little while. I don't know, I've just had a bit of a break from everything at the minute, including the gym. I took a deload week last week because I was just feeling a bit battered and bruised. I've been pounding the gym pretty hard recently and my lower back has just been aching like mad. I had to stop some sessions because it was just too... It wasn't like an injury, it was just an ache. So yeah, it took the whole week off last week pretty much, except I did do one push session just because I didn't want to miss out on bench press because it's been going quite well at the minute. And it wasn't really affecting my lower back. But yeah, I haven't filmed a YouTube video in 2 weeks or whatever, but I'm back today filming a upper body session and I'm going to do a little walkthrough of an upper body session. I don't think I've actually even filmed an upper body session the entire time on this channel. It's because it's always on a Monday and obviously I normally try and aim to upload on a Sunday, so when Monday comes around I'm like, oh, that's YouTube done and I'll try again at the weekend sort of thing. But I hope everyone's well, you know, been a while. Thanks for the support on the last full day of eating. Done quite well, got a few little views, getting there with the subscribers, which I'm happy with, and yeah, I just need to be a bit more consistent. Obviously, I think everyone in lockdown at the minute is kind of struggling with motivation and the drive to succeed, but I want to get back on it because I do enjoy making the videos, but I'm just struggling for ideas a little bit because obviously I do the same split every week, I do the same workouts every week, so there's only so many times you can see me do the same workouts, and I'm not exactly going out much at the minute. I'm just at home every day doing work or whatever, so yeah, it's a bit tough, and obviously I want to make them entertaining. I don't just want to sit here and sort of talk at the camera for 10 minutes because people are going to switch off. So, I could do plenty of sort of long form, educational style content, but that's not that interesting, and I feel sometimes when I'm doing lots of different stuff, that's a bit more interesting. But unfortunately that can't happen because I'm not really doing much at the minute. But anyway, I digress, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please like, please subscribe and leave a comment below. And yeah, I'll see you probably just before I'm going to the gym. Maybe I'll talk to you about the session, have a little pre-workout meal chat, and yeah, just get on with the day really. But yeah, anyway, see you in a bit. Yes people, just out on a little walk. I think my mindset this week has just done a complete 180. Last week, I think injuries affect me so much, like mentally, in terms of my motivation to do anything really. I had this back injury the whole of last week. I'm trying to go up for like 5,000 steps a day. I hardly went out for a walk last week. Didn't really try many macros, and you know, that's not the kind of person I want to be. I want to be on it all the time. So yeah, a bit disappointed in myself, but it's okay. And just means this week I've got to nail things and nail nutrition. I didn't weigh myself last week. Stepped on the scales this morning and I was 2 pounds down. So we've got a little bit of we've got some work to build up. I've not really put on weight for 2-3 weeks now, so I really need to start pushing on. But anyway, positive mindset is back. Well, getting some steps in. I think the weather makes an absolutely huge difference as well. Today it's flipping like 10 degrees, 11 degrees. I'm in a jumper right now, but this will be coming off momentarily because I'm hot. I'm getting warm already. It's a beautiful day out, blue skies. Just gave myself a little trim as well this morning. It's these little things that just like make you happy. So yeah, anyway, we've got upper body on the cast today. It's a good session actually. I really enjoy it. I'm really chasing down some big numbers on the incline bench press. We've got 100 for 7. No, I don't know what I'm saying today. I can tell I haven't picked up a camera for a while. I'm getting everything wrong. Anyway, did 100 kilos to 6 last week, which was good, and I think I can get 7 this week. I never really thought I was going to be inclining 100, but you know, we don't set any limits. Limitations are what's going to stop you from achieving your goals, and I'm not about that. So I think I can incline 120. You know, I don't have any limitations on what I think. It feels weird picking up the camera again, but I'm back on it this week, back on tracking everything. I want to make sure the check-in photos this week are going to be good. I've got a lot of food to get in, and I'm raring to go. But yeah, anyway, as I said, getting a few steps in, getting a little walk in, trying to get that activity up because like Training becomes pretty difficult when you've got absolutely zero cardiovascular fitness. I do apologise if this is really shaky. I'm trying to hold it as much as I can, get a little shoulder pump at the same time from holding the camera. But yeah, anyway, just walking around the park. It's not an actual park, just a little area called the park. But anyway, right, I'll see you in the next clip probably, which might be the gym, the home gym, or it might be me eating pre-workout meal. See what's going on. But anyway, let's crack out these few steps, and yeah, let's kill this week. That's Prisoners by Miley Cyrus. You're listening to 95.9 FM Capital Radio with your host Max Janaway here all evening tonight, Monday night, taking you through the week. I hope everyone's doing well, smashing their goals. Up next we've got a little tune by someone new in the charts, and it's Take You Away. It's Dua Lipa, Levitating. Over we go. That was quite good. That was quite good actually. Right, let's pause you. Turn you down. Anyway, sorry, just a bit of a weird little radio section I did there. I think I got a little chance on radio, to be fair, you know, with that Aussie accent. Very terrible Aussie accent. Anyway, gym time. How lovely is it, the fact that it's actually somewhat light outside and I'm not driving the pitch black, cold, rainy, wet weather. Beautiful. Anyway, upper body session, incline bench, low incline dumbbell with the fattest dumbbells you've ever seen in the world. They're very awkward, but they're actually not bad, and it's fantastic that you can squeeze your chest at the top. I miss that with the bar work a lot. We then move on to a leaning sort of lateral variation, which is superb, and then onto pull-ups, seal rows, and yeah, that's the session ticked off, I believe. 5 exercises all in all. Still takes 2 hours, even though there's only 5 exercises. Don't ask me why. Just does. I guess they're all quite like big movements. You've got to warm up for them, you know. But yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling back and ready to smash it this week. Motivation is straight back up where it needs to be. I am running late, but that is always the case with me. To be fair, I had to get all my gym, get all the camera equipment prepared, etc. But yeah, I'll see you in there. I'll do a little voiceover, so you're not just watching me lifting, because that's not really that interesting, but yeah. Anyway, in a bit. Yes everyone, welcome back to the upper body session. A little walkthrough of the session and how I go about doing it at home. And yeah, let's just kick straight off into it. First up, we've got the incline bench press. It's on a traditional incline, I'm trying to bias the chest a bit more. It's quite a chest-focused session here with the upper body work. Keeping it on that mid-incline just because it's a relatively strong position. The higher you go, obviously, the more front delt work you get. And we have we've got a shoulder press on the other day and lateral work. So I feel like it's enough to stimulate the chest, and it's just, it puts you in a good position. We got 100 kilos for 6. That was matched reps to last week, unfortunately, but it was a lot easier. You can tell at the end I'm kind of like, do I have one more, do I not? But I know myself, and I fatigue pretty quick. And then moving on to the back off, we've got 87.5 for 12. So working in those rep ranges of sort of 5 to 9, and then 10 to 12 really. So now I'm at that 12. Weight goes up next week to 90 kgs, so I've ticked off that weight. So with 100, you know, I'm trying to push that up to 8 reps really, and then yeah, trying to tick that off and then move up. But if I'm stalling, I might move up, bump another 2.5 kilos up. We then move on to a low incline dumbbell. This is simply to put the chest in a slightly more advantageous position compared to a flat. We do flat bench on our other push day, so putting on a slightly lower incline means you can really target the chest rather than sometimes being in a decline with that arching position. So in fact, with a little arch, you're almost in a flat position anyway, and you can really focus on the chest using these absolutely enormous dumbbells here, because we haven't got any other option really. They look like they could be, I don't know, 80 kilo dumbbells, but they're in fact 40, which kind of makes it difficult, but it's it's a lot better than just constantly pounding bar work, because it means you can actually drive your arm across the midline, get that pec a little bit shorter and get that squeeze, and really focus on getting a nice contraction in the chest. Here you'll see that I'm really trying to focus on the eccentric, sort of going 3 seconds down and then squeezing back up. Maybe you could argue on the incline bench I'm kind of chasing weight a little bit. I'm not, I'm still keeping form strict, but there is a tendency to, when it's getting near the end, to maybe go a little bit quicker so you can get that rep up. So here I'm really trying not to focus on doing that, and I'm trying to keep every rep the same, which I would really argue that you should do to prevent any form of injury, keeping that eccentric nice controlled, very controlled, and yeah, just trying to go to failure on all exercises here. We then move on to the, so I kind of forgot that we do this. It's a kind of a new exercise that we've put in using daisy chains, bands and cuffs from 1MR, and it's simply to work on the pec in the shortened position. So there's not a great amount of tension in the lengthened position, but when you spend a couple of seconds just in that shortened position, you get an absolutely fantastic contraction. So we're just trying to mimic what we do in the gym. So we would normally do 2 compounds and then a fly, and that's simply here what we're trying to do, so that when we go back into the gym, we don't need to mess around doing any sort of like lower volume work or anything. We can just go back straight in at regular volume, and we won't be too fatigued or too sore the next day. So here we're focusing on bringing our arms across the midline again, not necessarily trying to bring our hands close together, but just potentially trying to bring our elbows in. And then this is the second set. The first set, it didn't look very good, so the picture colour was all wrong. So anyway, you'll see that I slightly moved the chair backwards, and that's simply a way to extend the set, almost like a drop set, so you're making it easier for yourself. And then as this is the last chest exercise of the day, we put a push-up in to just finally fatigue the chest, also get a little bit of tricep volume. Not a lot, but it's simply just to completely burn out the chest. And then so that's effectively, it's 6 sets, but there's like a drop set into a push-up, so maybe sort of eight-ish sets for the chest, but it's just extended. So yeah, that was good, and you see that I failed there. We then move on to the medial delt portion of the workout, so working on our side delts here, and firstly you'll see that we've got an iso hold, and that's because we're trying to fatigue the delt in its length and range. So at home it's often very difficult to tax the delt in that length and range, because you've only got like dumbbells at your disposal. So you'll notice that it's fairly light, but it gets really heavy at the top, and therefore you can get a lot more out of it at that length and range. So having that band there in the iso hold, is all of it's in double banding, and holding it there like that is putting all the tension in that length and range. And then we go straight into dumbbell raises, by leaning the bench, with taking out that momentum, that swing, and also by putting it on a slight incline and leaning forwards, you could arguably say that you're hitting the medial delts a bit too much. Sometimes you could have the tendency to swing and sort of come out like this, and then you're just putting a lot of tension on that front delt, which is not where we're targeting for this exercise. So yeah, just having that slight lean on the bench puts us a little bit more forward, trying to think about keeping our elbows higher than the wrists. I mean, it gets very difficult. It's only 10 kilos here. I think I've got about 18 reps. And yeah, we do that for 3 sets, and that's the delt and chest portion of the workout done. Moving on to pull-ups, which are a good back exercise. I mean, it's getting quite difficult now. I've got 15 kilos between my legs, and I think I got 9 reps. I mean, when I'm performing the exercise, it looks a lot different to how it looks on camera. It looks like I'm doing half reps, and that might be true, but I can't actually go all the way down and hang in that lengthened position, just because my knees hit the floor, so I have to actually stop a bit shy. So that's what I'm just weary about. And so yeah, 3 sets of that, 3 sets of pull-ups, and then onto a seal row, trying to limit our lower back loading during the week, because we squat twice a week and RDL, so that's already 3 times lower back loading. So the seal row here, thinking about working on the mid back. So we've got one sort of vertical movement, one horizontal movement, one width, one thickness as such. Yeah, trying to think about contracting our mid back, the mid traps, and working on that thickness really, and that's the session done all in all. So it's a good session actually. It's just short, effective, Not loads of exercises, we're not doing crazy amount of volume. 6 sets of back, 6 sets for chest plus the push-ups, so 8 sets, and that's the session ticks off. We don't actually hit arms in this session because the session would just be too long, so we actually hit arms on lower, which is today in fact, and that kind of just means that you get a little bit more arm volume across the week, because you do get some obviously arms are involved in all of the movements we've used today, so you know, all the pushing movements involve triceps, pulling movements involve biceps, so they will be getting some form of stimulus today. Then we go back in today and hit them with isolation work. So, you know, we're hitting them with all the compound stuff today, isolation tomorrow, we then take a rest, and then arms are repeated throughout the rest of the week. So yeah, that's the session done and dusted. Hopefully that provided a little bit of an insight into how we program upper body at home. There's other ways of doing it, but we're just trying to limit our lower back loading at the minute, trying to get one pull-up variation in. You know, obviously we're limited with what we've got. I'd love a cable, I'd love a lat pull down, but I don't have that at our disposal. We don't have the facility for that. Hopefully we'll be back in the gym soon, and I hope you've enjoyed the workout. If you have, please like, please subscribe and comment down below. Any ideas would be great about what I could film for the next few weeks. If you've got any questions, please drop me a DM or follow me on Instagram at MaxJFitness. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you in the next video. So cheers.